all know that light affects our sleep. So what is the answer? Hello, my successful and healthy earthlings. Mihaela Ragush here, naturopath and founder of the Natural Health Podcast. In today's episode today, I am going to share with you a special type of light that you should be having in your bedroom or any time after 8 p.m. At the end of this episode, I'm also going to give you an opportunity to join our Health and Success Orange community by clicking below and joining the Natural Health newsletter. Welcome to the Natural Health Podcast, where we bring awareness to sustainable health in the business hustle space. Natural Health Podcast is perfect for the high-performing, business-minded individuals who want to work with their biochemistry to achieve success and optimal health. It's Tuesday, which means it's time for this week's top product review. Let's get straight into it. I have so many episodes out there on sleep. And then I have a few episodes out there on blue light and the effects that blue light has on our sleep. I'm always telling you and I'm talking to you about the light emitted by your laptops, your TVs, your phones, your light at night, especially the blue light, is dangerous. It suppresses your melatonin production. In most instances, it actually increases cortisol production. If cortisol's up high, melatonin is not going to rise, it's going to suppress because it's kind of like a seesaw. Melatonin and cortisol play that seesaw. Melatonin's high, cortisol's low. Cortisol's high, melatonin's low. And at nighttime, the seesaw has to change, where the cortisol goes down and melatonin goes up. But if we're constantly staring at a screen that's emitting blue light at us, well, it's not going to give an opportunity for melatonin to rise, right? So what do you do? Well, anyone who's ever asked me, they know exactly what I tell them. I don't tell them, first of all, to pop melatonin or take this, take that. That's one of the probably last things that we even talk about, if we even have to go there. Most people that I work with don't even have to take melatonin and their sleep is on point. One of the key things that I talk to them about is light, right? And one of the main ones is red light, right? At nighttime, if you come into my house about, depending if it's summer or winter, but about 8 p.m, 9 p.m, the red light is on in the bedroom throughout the house. Why? Why is the red light on? Because I want to ensure that my melatonin production starts and then I get into a deep sleep, right? Because I also sometimes am doing something, right? I don't just want to, like, it's dark, right? Sometimes in winter and things like that, it's really dark. And I want to turn on the light just to go to the bathroom and turn on the light to see something. I put on the red light, which emits this beautiful ambience, and it just gives a beautiful feeling, and I'm able to see what I'm doing, and I'm not affecting my transmitters in my brain, my neurotransmitters, my hormones. They're not getting affected. If anything, I'm actually assisting them to produce melatonin levels and improve my sleep quality, right? And red light is just absolutely amazing. There's so many studies out there showing the benefits of red light before sleep and the initiation of production of melatonin for you to be able to sleep better. So there you have it. So if you want to sleep better or have some type of sleep initiation assistance with melatonin production, because that's where the issues lay, then 100% jump on changing your globes. I started off with changing the globe and a lamp because it's a lot easier to control, because sometimes you need the blue light on during the day or whatever it is, or you want it on due to certain things. So lamp is an absolutely amazing thing to start off with, and that is what is on after 8 p.m. in my house. It's red light. My neighbors are probably like, "Ooh, what is happening in there?" But hey, don't worry, because you're the one that's going to be sleeping absolutely amazing. And it also doesn't affect you if your partner wants to stay up or your kids want to stay up or whatever, whoever's around you. That red light doesn't affect you as much as if a blue light was on. But there you have it. So go find yourself a red lamp. Look, people go, "Oh, which one should I get?" Look, find one that clearly fits your lamp, because there's so many different bottom things that you screw on, that you click in. So find one that suits your lamp and see how you go with that. Depends how bright also you want it, how red you want it. Work with it and see how you go. The one that I bought was just from the hardware store, local hardware store, and I haven't changed it since. It's absolutely amazing and I love it. So there you have it. If you're looking for a way to improve your sleep, try using some red light and see the difference. Thank you for joining us on the Natural Health Podcast. Remember, the missing link between failure and success is your health. content and information provided here is opinion of Mahela Raguse and is for information purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. It is not intended to provide medical advice or take the place of medical advice or any current treatment you're undertaking. Consult your own medical professionals for any medical issues that you may be having. This entire disclaimer also applies to any guests or contributors to the Natural Health Podcast. It is advised that you consult your doctor or healthcare professional in relation to any health concerns you may be having. Mahela Raguse does not take responsibility for any health consequences which occur from a person listening, viewing, or reading this content. Under no circumstances shall the Natural Health Podcast, Mahela Raguse, any guests or contributors to the Natural Health Podcast, or any employees, associates, or affiliates of Mahela Raguse be responsible for damages arising from the information provided on the Natural Health Podcast. By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as medical advice to treat any medical conditions in either yourself or others. Please note, if you're taking prescription, do not stop your medication or start a new protocol, including but not limited to supplements, diet, lifestyle changes without consulting a doctor or healthcare professional. If you or any person has a medical concern, you should consult with your healthcare provider or seek other professional medical advice. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something that you have read or heard on the Natural Health Podcast or in any linked materials. If you think you may have a medical emergency, call your doctor or emergency services immediately. Neither Mahela Raguse nor the publisher of this content takes responsibility for the possible health consequences of any person or persons reading or listening or following the information in the educational content.